Well, hello, Mythlanders. Welcome and welcome back. This is session 17 of Goblin Stone. And today we come back to our heroes sort of in the middle of things. They had slipped, they had dealt with some guards and gotten some information about the goblins that were holding up in a house just to the north of them. Making their way carefully at first, and then suddenly at the end, through some secret doors into the basement, where they heard a goblin, they thought was a bugbear, and then what sounded like the voice of a human, also all speaking together and plotting in low voices. Breaking in, a magical darkness was laid down by the bugbear, but the party managed to survive, cut their way through it, thanks to the various skills and talents of the party. But the townsfolk, assuming it's a townsfolk, the human who had an accent, an Arabellish accent, managed to slip away in the fight, and they took out the what seemed to be a bugbear priest of some sort, and a goblin boss, at least local crew boss. But with archers still to the west, in a curving stairwell, screened by arrow slits, the two goblins hide to the west are taking some shots at our companions here. So we pause there, but just in between, with him taking a moment to assess the situation and decide just what they're going to do next. But that is where we left off. Any notable notes from you all? Anybody have anything that I left out or questions that you all wanted to check in on before we jump back into it?
I really try to advise my fellow players to not let Helena burn the building down. That is out of my hands. She is as she is written, and I must follow.
It might be the right thing to do.
Don't tell her that.
Well, hopefully, if the party go ahead.
I was just gonna say that we just killed that dude who wanted to be killed. He wanted that sacrificial kill me and send me to Valhalla or whatever bugbears go to. But then Helena fucked up and just said, fuck you, just stabbed. I think that's notable.
I think, there might be some suspicions as to whether it was, a fuck up or whether Helena just didn't give it to him and just needed to get that last bit of aggression out.
He's going to go to whatever bugbear hell or whatever's not Valhalla.
Yes, Darth Triadi, the venerable rite of pillaging, often done on the recently dead in D&D.
Very wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Well, any other thoughts or questions before we step back into it?
I'm ready.
All right, so starting back off, all sort of roughly clustered into this chamber here, while to the east, to the west, past where the goblin boss and another Shadowbone, here in this cleft here, stairs cut southward and curve up, up at an angle around that circular chamber, and there are arrow slits that can sort of follow diagonally up. The sounds of the humans' footsteps retreating toward the north off from this direction. The sounds have faded, indicating that he's either moving very stealthily or has, dashed and gotten far enough away from you where you can no longer hear the person's footsteps. Now checking in really quick. Let's see here. Just going by last session's initiative. What are Lokag's immediate thoughts or suggestions to the group as Millie dashes back into the chamber, dodging arrow fire?
we need to go upstairs. Clear this building. That person is clearly gone. I have a feeling we will come in contact with them again.
Any responses to that?
We certainly left through this way. There are goblins upstairs at least, and maybe others.
If we want to clear this building, we got to head up there to the north. Clifford loots the body as he's talking.
Well, there are a few different bodies.
Yeah, the life choker guys, the nearby.
There is a couple of it seemed, very tattered and threadbare, worn, and some of it, the leather and like belts and on his belts and armor are half rotted and moldering. But there's a couple of pouches that seem like they're nice. They've been painted and kind of kept clean to some degree. In there's a mixture of what seems like different herbs, some strange rocks. Smells like a chunk of sulfur. After a few moments, you realize it's spell components, but just thrown in no particular order or organization.
Explode.
What are you gonna do?
There are signs of the spiked morning star, the massive, heavy mace that the bugbear wielded. Not only is similarly kept unclean, but you can see dried blood and hair and flesh sort of stuck in the pointed spikes at the head. There's also signs that it's been sort of anointed with oil and blood of different sorts. Likely the weapon has been blessed at some point. No use to you, or likely anyone who doesn't worship whatever god the bugbear followed. But there's likely still a bit of magic in it.
Play with this Lokag?
I think I will keep the hammer, but I will take the garrote as a trophy. Perhaps we can use it to scare his friends a bit. Yes.
Maybe. I mean, I might be able to use it too, buddy. I mean, I'm the guy that, well, I was going to kill him. And he looks over at Helena. I mean, really, Helena, you're the one who killed him, but you didn't use the Garrett, so,
Well,
you get first dibs, and then you can have it, Lokak. I don't need it, but I don't need this goddamn dirty thing either. So if someone else wants it, I'll throw it in the pack.
I remember searching the room, but it looks like there's something else up there.
Yeah, there's some crates in that chamber. There seem to be, there's small stacks of coins. Let's see here. Where? Yeah, on that table. As if whatever was looted, also some on the table, as if whatever was looted from the house was being stacked together and counted through, or divvied out, perhaps. The chest, there's a chest up on the landing that you pointed out. It looks as if it's been recently emptied out. It smells of oil, rust, and leather. To Lokag, it smells like an armor chest. Based on the size of it and some of like the dings and scrapes on the inside, you guess that somebody's plate armor was stored in this for at some point, but it seems to have recently been taken out.
I say we collect. Yes.
What's that? I didn't catch all that. Millie, what'd you say?
But then I say we collect the coins, then I don't know.
Any arguments with anybody? All right, let's see here.
Done for me.
All right, so as these, you all slowly kind of gather yourselves together to suggest the coins. What's X doing during this?
Waiting to see if anybody needs guidance. Just helping out.
Okay. Let's see here. How about what's Helena doing then?
She can't set fire to anything. What about those components? Did anybody pick those up? She's very curious if anything inside of it is inherently flammable.
You can take them. We would say you and I were both kind of rifling the body, so you're welcome to take the.
She would love that pocket scrap.
Yeah, have fun.
Is anything inside that? Like, can I combine anything that's just like natural elements, like that might blow up?
I mean, there is some sulfur in there. There's some pine resin.
Mm-hmm.
There's different herb and wood dust. It's possible.
We got some things that might help some fire.
Yeah, simple. And if anyone has proficiency with, say, alchemical tools or even herbalism, might be able to come up with something. Definitely think the materials are there. There's a few other different pungent resins in there as well that have an oily, sticky quality. Could definitely burn pretty well, at least for long periods of time.
What kind of proficiency did you say again?
Herbalism or alchemy.
Nah, I do not have that.
Guidance.
Yeah, I mean, you can make an untrained attempt.
What should I use?
Either intelligence or wisdom.
Okay.
No proficiency bonus, just a straight roll, and then whatever guidance, of course, X gives you.
11.
All right. Guidance from X. Whoever wants to roll that. Helena, you can roll it, or X, you can roll that D4.
Yeah. I got it, I guess. Oh, we...
Double ones. For a 12. Well, you've got a ball of like pitchy kind of substance. You managed to heat up a little bit some of the resins and mash it together with the different bits of herb and wood pulp and dust, and sort of build up a little almost pustule of it around some of the sulfur. And you figure maybe you can get a good burst of flame going, and then something that's long lasting. You're not sure it's going to explode, but you feel like it'll burn pretty hot, pretty bright, and for a good amount of time, and be really easy to light. But it's not exactly a bomb.
No, that's even better, actually, because she kind of had another idea. She was playing around with this, and she's like, okay, maybe not burn down the whole building, but make them think that the building is going to burn down, right? Traps. I'm trying to think of traps. So what if we, like, make a smoke fire kind of thing, smoke them out, or smoke them into a certain space, and then they'll be all blinded and stuff. I mean, just be like, pop, 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 with some arrows.
And we do not want to alert the ones on the wall.
I like the idea of launching just balls of darkness and just beating the crap out of them. I think that's a great idea. We'll tinker something, and I'll start cogitating on how we can have like a launcher that launches darkness. That'd be pretty rad.
Well, at some point, we'll be able to smoke somebody out, so don't forget. She puts it back in her pouch.
Cliff also has blasting powder, so he's got the real deal. So if you need a little of that, to add a little spice to your concoctions.
Right.
Yeah. He's got tinker's tools, but I don't think that counts in this case. Eventually, when we make a launcher, it will.
Oh, a launcher.
Indeed. Indeed.
Mortar.
All right, so Millie, how after you're discussing and finalizing the plan, you're maybe you and X maybe are collecting some of the money, getting all the coin together. You get a total of 52 gold. Some of it's in silver, but most of it's in gold. It looks like the silver or copper was maybe divvied out already.
Not bad.
Put that in. Is there a little party loot place?
Let's see, we should have in the journal. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and make one. All right, so it's just called Party Notes, and that should be blank now, and you can add whatever party loot, equipment, items, plot points you all want to kind of keep track of, anything like that.
Party notes.
Should be down in the party journal.
Party journal. Party notes. 9 platinum. Right.
Are you adding the gold? I'll add the gold.
You go.
All right, so gathering. Oh, go ahead.
No, just saying sweet.
I think it would be a good idea to just peek up down the hall to the north and make sure, they're not an army of them coming at us or something. Just keep an eye out there.
Yeah, Loka will post up near that entryway, kind of peeking around the barrels.
Wait for the archers to come down or something. They're guarding that whole area, but I'm just gonna try to be stealthy here and look up north and see if there's anyone waiting. That's my plan.
Okay. So slipping back around then. So Lokag, you move over into that position. As soon as you do, there's 1 and then 2 snaps of bowstrings.
Uh-oh. From where? Oh.
They issue out from here.
Right.
You have some cover, of course, from them because you're, past the corner of the building and they're shooting through narrow slits. But one of them comes at you for a 16 to hit.
16 is my AC.
All right, and that is... Oh, what the heck? Oh, just ignore that. All right, DC 13.
Con save, right?
Con save, yeah. 8 piercing with that arrow. And yeah, you take 1 piercing damage, or 1 poison damage as well, so a total of 9. The other sort of whistles past your ear, buries itself into the crate just past Millie.
All right. Yep, they are definitely still there.
Does that change what Lokag does? As you're moving up there, they fire, just as soon as you're like kind of peeking out.
No, he'll stay tucked around, kind of like more like here, just so he doesn't get shot at again. But yeah, he'll, as soon as he gets shot at and takes an arrow to the shoulder, he's just like, okay, as he's like plucking it from himself. They're there.
Once the attack of opportunities are out of the way, though, we should get on in there and make something happen.
Yeah, what does X say? Does X indicate that to the other somehow?
I think I would maybe ask Lokag something like, "Are you just going to take that from them?"
Lokag thinks for a second, and Yes.
And yeah, Millie, you can see a little movement through these slits, and you feel if you come into it, this square and anywhere over, they'll be able to fire at you. You can, and also like being at this corner, close enough to the stairs, and they can get a shot off. They can draw a bead on you. But
Perhaps there's another way around.
You just
Then let's clear out of here.
yeah. I'm going north. That's my intention. Can't shoot us if we're in the next room. But I like the idea of Lokag waiting and ambushing them when they come running after us. Lokag didn't take an action yet. You could say you hid or whatever.
Yeah, you still have your, you just kind
Hide
of
action or your
move that direction.
dodge or-
Yeah, I'll take a hide action.
Nice.
Okay, you can definitely break line of sight back behind the barrels, and at the very least, make it impossible to attack you, even if they know where you're at. But yeah, Lokag goes pretty silent as some of you move into the northern chamber, and Helena, you slip back behind one of the pillars. Clifford, yeah, there is the distant sound of trickling and dripping water. The increased sense of moisture and an unpleasant scent on the air indicates that the sewers indeed do lie ahead. You see that the corridor, what little light? There's some
I have
candles.
dark vision.
Okay.
So that helps because it's got
So you
gloom
can see about
stopper now.
30 feet, and then stairs cut down to the left and drop down out of sight.
All right. I'll be stealthy and forward and kind of scout.
Okay.
Wherever that might take me.
When he starts sneaking around, I'll try to put guidance on him.
Okay.
Try to make it. Try to roll.
Yeah, go ahead and see that. Let's see that stealth check. At the moment you say you want to stealth, I usually ask for it.
Yeah. All right, and then with the guidance, probably worth the guidance. Another 3. 18.
18. Nice. All right, so you pad down the narrow corridor. You move down the stairs. They continue, sort of cut at right angles. They get narrower, too, as you go until your shoulders are brushing both sides of the stone, and your kind of head is forced to bow a little bit. Lokag would be incredibly uncomfortable. They'd probably have to move sideways through these corridors. But you come down, and soon your feet are sort of thudding on wooden flooring. You find you're on a...
Scouting? Any kind of footprints or any, evidence of the people we're coming after?
You can make a survival check or an investigation check.
Go to survival. 14.
Let's see here. You see tracks indicating that someone that maybe weighs 180, maybe they're 6 feet tall, has been this way 2 or 3 times. So it's easy to follow for a moment until you get to the once you get to a place where there's wooden planking underneath, and footprints are pretty easy to follow there. There's sort of this sewer lichen that grows. It blooms really easily on wood down below, and it's all been worn down in the middle of this sort of wooden walkway. There's filthy water sluicing below the wooden walkway. So it's, for about 20 more feet, it's easy to track. And then there's a small flight of stairs that go up. There's a gleaming steel portcullis. And on the far side, just on the other side of this, the stone looks very clean, as if the gelatinous cubes have, recently cleaned the place.
Oh, whoa. The portcullis is down?
It's closed, actually.
Yeah. Well, I will wait for everyone else to catch up.
Okay. So X, you give, pray the gift of guidance onto Clifford as he slips away. What does X do in the meanwhile?
I'll try to get everybody to come together, and X will say, "Let's all follow Cliff. He's scouting ahead. Let's see what he finds." And I'll cast guidance on Lokag to indicate that he should try to sneak up ahead.
I'll try and slink away.
All right.
Uh,
So you get another D4 for that on top of your 14 stealth.
it's a 1 for the D4.
Okay.
So
We're still
15.
awesome. Okay. All right. So how does Helena respond to this? Slipping back down into the sewers after another human, it seems like.
I mean, she's got a bit of relief. I mean, it's her territory, except there's always the threat of slimes, but she doesn't know a sense of home security without the other side of destitution and horrible dangers. So I don't know. It's comfortable, basically. I don't know what she does, though. I mean, I was so set on a trap,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm lost. I mean, I'm always ready to shoot things.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
Maybe just sort of stealthing around, maybe kind of like listening out for signs and looking out for her fellow ratlings, ready to shoot anything that's especially gelatinous.
Sounds like maybe a stealth and a perception check then.
Stealth. That's a 9.
Stealth 9.
And 21 perception.
All right. Not the stealthiest, but definitely your senses on alert. You all sort of somewhat single file, maybe Cliff a bit up ahead, begin to move down the narrow, twisting stair down into the dark and into the sewers. Your feet thump softly on the wooden platform, and it's the wood is, you can feel how much moisture it's soaked in and how it's sort of starting to rot. The whole thing bounces and sags as you move. You all spot Cliff up ahead. The stairs, 3 stairs that go up. A gleaming iron gate, a keyhole set in it as well. And beyond this, the chamber is pristine. You see that there seem to be nooks set in the walls. One of these has water pouring out of it, running down the wall, running into a small channel that likely goes the center of the corridor itself. Between you and that, there's this portcullis. This place is familiar to both Millie and to Helena, as these gleaming iron portcullises are really well made and tend to be rather tough to pick. Not usually trapped unless you're moving into an area of one of the thief guilds. But this is not that. This is just down underneath, closer to the surface way to pass underneath the wall, not the long, circuitous, and safe route that you all took. It does go into an area that's known to have a lot of slimes and particularly a lot of gelatinous cubes in it. Doesn't seem to be any other path. Not that you saw
Might be a
anyway.
dead end. This might be a dead end. I mean, if we need to get out of the house, then I might have to go the other way, right?
And I have the thieves' tools kit.
Yeah, you want to try to get that gate? Just gotta watch out for them. Slimes.
I think we need to consider which way we're going, because if we take off here, I mean, we as far as I remember, the guards that we met in the house are still there.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't take off and go back to the city or anything else.
Mm-mm.
So if we just charge off into the sewers, we're basically leaving half of a house full of goblins to, potentially go kill the guys that we just found. So X would be a little concerned about charging off after this human and leaving the rest of the house full of goblins and
I think you're right.
potentially vulnerable people.
Yeah, I'd call an audible, and we'll turn around. I mean, I think that's probably the smart thing. We'll need to get through those
Does this mean
archers.
time to smash?
Yes, Lokag. Gonna turn around so you can smash those archers.
All right. He's just Lokag's foot is thumping. He's ready to go.
I agree with that. The extracting the house of any presence of these creatures should be the way to go. And we can come back down here if this looks to be a path across the wall, or under the wall.
I might have a distraction. Thinking about using a fog cloud. If I drop a fog cloud in there, they won't be able to shoot at us.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Check my range on that.
Right. Let's do this.
20 feet. All right. So you won't be able to see what you're doing in here. Millie, you should be going with me, yeah? You know your way around the dark. It's 120-foot range. You can create enough fog so the whole area where they are is like... we could even have an opening so the fog ends. I'm going to draw the fog. It's like 20 by 20. Yeah.
It's a 20-foot radius, so it covers.
Oh, it's 40 then. Yeah, Jesus. Lordy.
So just to be clear, that you're thinking about dropping this maybe on the other side of the iron gate and then moving through?
No,
we're talking about going back and dealing with the archers.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So
You're
we could
calling
put it in
an
the middle.
audible.
Yeah, so we could put it in the middle where they won't be able to see, and then when we come out of the fog, we'll be like in their face, right? Or we can envelop them in fog and just come at them in the dark. I kind of like that.
The fog will fill this whole room.
Yeah, it's a question of do we want it to? Do we want to fill everyone, make everyone subject to the will of the fog? I don't mind.
Or we can put it just over the arrow slits.
Yeah, I think it'll go like this and halfway into the room, right? That's fine. I don't know how to make it bigger. How do I make it bigger?
Just whenever you cast that, we all need to be ready to go at once.
Yeah, so I'll wait, kind of give everyone a round, and it's 120-foot range, so he can just come out here and drop it, and then he'll make a full move into it, and everyone else can join him. And I'll try to be stealthy. I'll move into the fog and hide. At this point, that they can't see us, so any of us can hide, I believe. So I'll try stealth. 19.
That is a pretty good check.
Burn must fail.
So let's see here. Looks like Cliff, you slip up, you drop the fog cloud. So you move up to there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's set our marching order and all that before all this happens, please.
Yeah, you want to roll initiative? Or?
Yeah, at this point, we've been out of combat, so we would go ahead before, once combat starts, roll an initiative. But, Deal, are you specifically looking for a marching order or a turn order?
So DM, when combat starts, you play it from where the characters are placed on the map. So
Yeah,
I just want the opportunity to
totally.
intentionally position ourselves before we do that. That's all I'm asking.
Change our starting position. Yeah, that makes sense.
So Clifford, you're going to move up the stairs. There's a good chance when you move up the stairs, you'll be in view. If you're moving to there before you cast Fog Cloud, they'll likely
I
get
cast
attacks on
first.
you. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So Clifford's going to cast that and move up the stairs. Where's Millie going to position herself? Is that where Millie wants to be?
Yep.
Okay.
We're planning to charge through to the other side and beat them up. So that's the goal, is to run in and mess them up on the other side.
Copy that. Okay. Then X, is that where you want to be positioned?
X would have been, hiding while Clifford did the fog cloud and stuff. So I'm
Sure.
like chilling out behind this box, and that seems like a logical place.
Okay. What about Helena? Is that where you want to start the encounter at?
Oh, I think maybe here instead. Oops, I meant here.
Okay.
And then Lokag would want to be as far up, either right behind, right in front of, or basically as far through the room once Fog Cloud is cast, as you'd let him be.
Okay. Yeah, so you may be positioned right there, and as soon as Clifford casts it, he begins to move up. Lokag, you can charge up immediately as up to there.
Okay.
But yeah, so once the fog cloud happens, though, it's gonna alert them.
Got it. So I can start from here and then charge up on my first turn if you want.
You can start from behind. Oh,
Yeah, you
that's
can
what I
start
want.
from the bottom of the stairs. Say you're moving up. He casts it, and yeah.
They're alerted to their impending doom.
They just might be.
They're alerted, but they can't see anything.
True enough. All right, so as soon as that spell drops, you all are sort of still in the process of settling into your final position. There is a rasping shout from one of the goblins. Everyone, go ahead and highlight your tokens and roll initiative.
All right.
I can trade initiative if anybody feels like they want to go sooner.
There we go, that one.
I'll swap these with you if you want to.
Sure. If you want 14, you can take it.
Fuzzies. Right.
All right. Any other prep spells or buffs or anything that anybody wanted to cast before combat before we step into the order?
I think Lokag would be so excited about this charging in that he'd want to, as Fog Cloud is cast, he'd want to blow in that war horn of steel and brass that we all found in the Tower of Brigid.
Worried.
Okay.
Maybe not as hard as he can because we're in a small space, but just a little.
So you don't hear a note, at least not with your ears. You hear it in your mind. Everyone, everybody in the party, you all can hear this bright clear, hopeful horn sounding, almost sort of surging up from the back of your mind. It makes your hair kind of stand on end and gives you goosebumps. It gives you a surge of purpose. But no note echoes out through the house itself.
Oh, interesting.
But you all hear it very clearly. And look, you get the sense that the magic of the horn, it knows who your allies are. Because you can sense who can hear it, sort of. So, there's again, that alarmed shout from the goblins. What does Clifford do?
Clifford's going to move on in. He's taking the lead on this mess. So he'll move there with his move action. And I think for now, until people catch up, he will ready an action. He doesn't see anyone within 10 feet yet, right?
Give me just a moment. I don't think so.
With his senses.
You do. Just on the other side of the wall, you sense one.
Oh, like down here, kind of? Oh, interesting. Would I, let's see, yeah.
And ready in action, right?
That's what I'm planning to do. I'll ready in action, but yeah, I guess if I can see him when I'm there, I could be this. Yeah, that's fine. He's there. So he's ready in action with his, God, do I want to use the pistol and terrify them? It would be pretty great. I can't shoot him through he's got cover though, right? Behind the walls.
Yeah.
All right, he's going with short sword. He's going to ready a short sword attack if they come near him within range. That's it. Yeah.
All right. How about Lokag?
Right. I think Lokag is going to opt out of his maul and switch back to the glaive for this fight.
Nice.
A little extra reach. Heck yeah.
And he's gonna use his action to charge up next to Cliff, and he's gonna go ahead and rage. And get ready to take on this house of goblins.
All right. Let's see here.
And
go ahead.
He's gonna rage with the spirit of the wolf this time instead of the bear. So if he's within 5 feet of a target, allies have advantage on that target, which I know is kind of new. So DM, if you want to just hold off and just use bear as normal.
Bear? No, that's fine.
I was going to choose wolf this time. Yep.
Yeah, let's roll with it. That's great.
Okay.
That's the new 2024?
Yes.
I do expect howling if you're going to do that.
Lokag definitely gives that a howl after tooting the horn. He's going to howl as he runs up next to Cliff. Let's see, movement, bonus action, and let's see, he can't really see anything, but he'll ready an action to lash out with the glaive if he gets a whiff of anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if those guys are hiding, so you might actually be able to kind of know where they are, unless they are stealthy.
Well, they fired, and but yeah, they're definitely goblins. Generally, what you know about them is they tend to be pretty sneaky. They like to stick and move.
Yeah.
So give me just a moment. You hear sort of rough, scuffing boots of one of the goblins as it slips up the stairway. Next in the order is X.
Okay, I will take the action to dash
Okay.
and then move. And then a bonus action, I will cunning action hide.
Hiding in the swirling mist summoned by Cliff's magic.
Yep.
Very
23?
nice. 23. Awesome.
So,
All right, let's see here.
And Cliff's rocking a 19 stealth still because he hasn't acted since his last stealth roll, so if that matters. Locag, however, is probably pretty aware of where he is.
Here's my job.
Yes.
he's fully obscured in the mist, though, so that's pretty hard to
Yeah.
hit him.
He's invisible, but he isn't hidden. Yes.
Next in the order is Helena. See your allies surging into around the corner, up the stairs.
I cannot get there in 30 feet, at least in the fog. And it feels foolish to just shoot in it, randomly. Is there anybody else in there?
Your allies have moved up into the fog.
Obviously my allies, yeah, but I meant enemies.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Everyone's just double moving right now, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much everyone's just dashed.
Okay, well then that makes it simple. I'm gonna do the same thing. So let's see. Yeah, it gets me right next to Locag. Cool beans.
All right. Any bonus action for Helena?
Yeah, I want to bump into Locag and go, ah!
Locag does not move like even a centimeter as you bump into him.
Does he yell
Sorry.
back?
Sorry.
He did have a ready action. Doesn't he have to attack?
No.
No.
I could tell that was right at you from a mile away.
Not because I smell, though.
No, that is Smelly Girl. Although she does not smell as bad these days.
Helena's just proud not to be smelly. She'll take it.
And Millie, you can hear Locag talking about you. What does Millie do?
I'll come into the fog cloud and then skirt around the wall. Almost dashing, but I can sense that they're right there, so just move right there.
Millie's got the blind sense too, right? So
Yep.
sort of feel them.
I sense them.
Yeah, you can sense one, you kind of moved out of range, but while you were moving through, there was one up the stairs, just there. All right. Slipping back around to the top of the order. Any need for us to check in on anything before we step back into the initiative? Anybody have any special plans, considerations?
I was going to go first.
Whoever charges up the first stairs first, okay, might want to take the dodge action.
That was exactly what I was going to do. So I don't mind dodging and running up there first, and then Locag can clean up. You're all good with that?
I think
like
it's only wide enough
Yep.
for one, right? So whoever goes up first is going to be fighting anything on the stairway.
Really, if I hit and run, well, at least I should peek out and see what's going on.
If they're on the stairway, hit and run is perfect because we can go in there and we got
Come back to
three
the clouds.
fantastic ranged attackers. We can just unload on them and be back in the fog every turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So let's just try that. Well, I'll try to do some hit and run action. Fine with me. Do you want me to go? Anyone else want to chime in?
Go for it.
All right. So yeah, I'll just move 10.
I think if you're going to hit and run, let Locag dodge in, go in first. But my suggestion is whoever peeks around that corner should be dodging and trying to be hard hit.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking is that if I go onto the dodge, I can kind of see what's going on. But I'm not a rogue. A rogue can do a free dodge, so. But I'm fine with just sticking. I could stick up and shoot whoever I see, and then I don't have to worry about withdrawing. So, I'll go ahead and draw my pistol. Fuck it.
Nice.
I'll draw my pistol and move out there and shoot. I don't see in the darkness there, but I should be able to see someone now, I think.
You do. Let me reveal a little bit.
Here, I'm not sure where he is. Because, yeah, if I shoot, then I don't have to worry about disengaging and stuff.
You see, let's see here. Hold on just a moment. You see two. They moved and ready to actions last round. They both fire at you. Let me go ahead and reveal where they're at. You all can hear them, so no stealth, just a single roll, an 18 and a 15 to hit with their short bows. Oh,
All right.
They did not show up.
Let's see on him.
But yeah,
Did I
those
say I
short
was
bows.
dodging? Or did I not? Did I fail to say I was dodging?
It sounded like you were taking out your pistol and you were stepping around
Yeah,
the
I
corner to fire.
was. But yeah, I didn't say dodge, so. Let's see what the shield of. Yeah, 17 is his AC, so the second one hits, right?
Yeah, I would say so. All right, so that's a con save versus poison.
Jeez. I knew I should have put the fog further in. Con save. Well, actually, it's.
Success. Okay, so you'll take
Yay.
half that. It's like 1 poison damage. You're not poisoned, so a total of 8 damage. 7
All right.
piercing, 1 poison.
8 damage.
Mhm.
Ow. Alright, he takes 8, and now I guess I'll shoot the bastard.
All right.
So I'll shoot the first guy. Pew pew. With pistol. Now I was hidden and I just appeared there. Do I have advantage? Because I was stealth before. Like I appeared in the corner, so I'm popping in and shooting, right? So I'm not charging. I'm just doing a ranged attack from the shadows. So would I have advantage?
Ordinarily, the way I would rule it is no. Once you're out in line of sight, if they're sort of looking in that direction, waiting for you.
But I did have stealth. So how does stealth work? I just came out of the clouds and shoot as soon as I do, and they shoot me. They knew I was coming, even though I was stealthy.
Well, if they're looking, you still stepped out into the open. You know, there's not really anything to hide behind in the stairwell. But yeah, you're right. We should have done it in the other order, as you would have gotten your shot first, and you would have advantage on that, and then they would have had their ready actions to immediately fire.
Well, I'll just do it
So
then.
yeah, let's do that first. And if you kill one of them, that might alter
make a
the
difference.
events. Yes.
Okay. All right,
So
cool.
You're right.
Actually,
I
it's
messed
weird.
that up. Apologies. And thank you for.
That's
clarification.
fine. I'm clicking it. It's not going through to the goblins. Don't for some reason. I'm just gonna roll a die.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll 2d20s and we'll just see what they do. A 19 and a 17. So that's the 24 to hit.
That's definitely going to hit.
All right. Let's see if the first thing goes through. That didn't go through either. Damn it. Well, it's a d10 plus 3. So, oh god, 5 damage. Terrible. I'll go ahead and do his. I'll do another d4 and I'll use his favorite foe.
Okay.
Oh, I used it up. I have no more favorite foes. Never mind. So he has 5 damage to him. Not
Okay.
much. But then he will pop back and get out of the way and back into the muck, into
Okay.
the fog.
Yeah, as your shot rings out in the darkened stairwell, and you could see it sort of blasting chainmail rings and flesh from the shoulder of the goblin. It still, it looses as you're sort of slamming into it. You come around the corner, you fire, it sees you, it lets go. It sort of stumbles back, and you lose track of it as you dodge around the corner and into the mist.
All right.
Next in the order is Lokag.
Okay,
Hello,
we are
Patty.
going to. Lokag is going to charge up and use his Goliath long legs, and he's going to try and charge 35 feet up the stairs and get past this one goblin.
Okay, it's let's see here. It is what let's see here. You're large, correct?
Yes.
So yeah, you can definitely move through its space. As long as you don't
Okay.
exit its space, you won't provoke an attack of
So I
opportunity.
guess I'm sorry. I'm technically a medium killer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're medium, but
Okay,
still,
in which case, athletics or acrobatics check.
Athletics, please.
All right.
trampling.
Ignore that plus. Oh, it's just an 8. Okay.
Yeah, the goblin just sort of slips back and forth under your feet, trying to keep you from
You should have
closing.
advantage on that while you're
Oh,
raging.
absolutely should.
That's true.
Thank you. Again, ignore. I just got to uncheck that. So it's a 21 athletics check.
Success.
Right.
Just a powerful sort of
All
leaping
right.
step over the top of the goblin, sort of stepping over his shoulder.
And as I bound over this goblin, I'm going to attack with the glaive to the goblin at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Recklessly.
All right. Let's see that attack roll. The goblin's eyes narrow. It crouches. They both tend to sort of push back, almost trying to blend with the stone. A 20 and that
Let's
20.
go.
A 25 to hit. Let's go. Let's see that damage. That is definitely going to hit.
All right. So that will be. Now, if I wanted to use Savage Attacker here,
Mm-hmm.
could I just re-roll it as a whole, or just roll like another D10 to replace that 4?
Just roll another d10. Replace that 4.
Okay.
Nice.
So-
That's a great use of that ability.
That'll work. It's a 3 plus 3, so it's 6 plus 5, so that's 11, 13 damage.
And that is enough for you to feel free to describe or pass as you dispatch the goblin.
As I bound over this goblin, I do like a up the stairs, kind of like just shoulder past this guy with the glaive, and I come in, sweep the glaive up, and just stab straight out, and just skewer the top goblin.
Awesome. The goblin again. He's trying to push it's trying to push itself back, almost trying to merge with the wall. As you slash into it, it just drops and sags to the stairs, and slides down toward the landing.
And I just give a low chuckle at the top of the stairs, peering down over my shoulder at this other smaller goblin, who I am now blocking his only escape.
The goblin's eyes get a wicked and cruel gleam. You make us better. You send us to protect her. At least, Clifford, you can understand what it's saying. It gives a sort of a screeching shout. It sort of rises and falls, and there's different sort of vowel sounds. It sounds like some sort of goblin battle speech. It slashes out at Lokag with a 16 to hit.
Wow, that is a hit.
Again, another con save versus poison.
Got it. It's not an advantage, so a 9.
All right. So you'll take a total of 7 points of damage, and you're currently poisoned. I'll put a green pip on you to indicate that poison.
Got it. What poison is disadvantage for skill checks?
Attacks saves, and ability checks.
Okay. Attack, saves, and ability. Got it. Thank
Pretty
you.
rough.
And disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh, attack rolls and ability checks. Sorry, not saves.
Okay. Cool beans.
Yeah, you know that cruel gleam in its eyes, but as it sort of looks back, it licks its chapped and broken lips over jagged teeth. The goblin seems. Oops. Well, you've seen gladiators that were making a final stand before Lokag. That seems to be what you're seeing. Next in the order is X.
Right, I'll take 25 feet of movement to move up onto these stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I see Lokag staring at the goblin. And I'll
Yes.
give him a little nod. I'll give him a little nod, and then I'll loose my crossbow bolt at this goblin.
At advantage.
At advantage.
Alright.
17 to hit for 17 damage.
That is going to hit. Oh my god. Feel free to describe or pass.
Lokag turns around, looks at him, and the goblin starts talking. He gets most of the way through his speech, and then just like crossbow bolt is just going to bloom out of his mouth.
Oh god.
Blech. Down he goes.
You couldn't have gotten here any sooner. He stabbed me already.
Axel just shrug. Is there enough mist for me to try to hide? Like if I press myself up against the wall here, can I hide in this
Yeah.
little bit of fog?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then bonus action stealth, and I'll be done.
All right.
20.
Helena, you hear the sounds of 20. Nice. You hear the sounds of first one and then another goblin falling, their gear clattering down the stairs. What does Helena do?
Positive. It doesn't sound like familiar gear. It sounds lighter and not Lokag's, especially. He's not a rat hat. So I think she'll probably feel pretty good to follow suit. She's got to protect her ratlings, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very
let's
important.
see. 20. That's 20. So obviously I can't see anyone from where I'm at, but I'm just sort of like.
Well, you can see Lokag. You can't see X. You can see Lokag,
Well, I'm-
like part of him in the mist. Oh.
I guess I'm like no enemies.
Right. Correct.
I'm not going to go ahead. I don't feel like that's the place where Helena would go, and I'd like to be more effective in this round, but I don't think that she would. She'd be ready, and if I can, kind of duck down and sort of, count on the shadows of the lower stairs and being lower in the stairs to maybe not be seen as easily. If a goblin were to come around the corner, I'd probably go for that at least.
Okay, let's see. Checking something real quick. So you got a pretty good perception check earlier. You can hear voices coming from down the stairs or from up the stairs. Voices of goblins. A sharper, sort of harder, more disciplined voice that you associate with the hobgoblins. One voice, it's at a distance though. You can just barely hear it. But others, it sounds like maybe amassing up toward the top of the stairs. It sounds like at least two near wherever the stairs land out above.
So Helena smacks her arm to get everyone's attention, and she's holding up two, kind of gesturing, bigger, kind of pointing up that way. She can't go that far unless I dash anyway, so there's no point in going ahead of anybody.
Yeah, true. If you wanted to dash and get up, just cluster up with everybody, that would be one thing. Okay, any other bonus actions? Oh, go ahead.
And I don't know, man. I'm always afraid of area of effect, even though they're goblins.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to clump together. I don't know.
Fair enough.
All you rat friends clump together in one spot, they'll get crushed by the same foot. You don't do that. So,
Nice.
yeah, I've only got a few more feet left of movement, and and I know that, I don't want to go out in front, so I think this is where I'm going to be. But if prepared action, or if I could do another stealth check or something, that'd be cool.
Yeah, you can make another stealth check or do a ready to action. It's up to you.
Okay, either or.
Yeah.
I would say probably prepared.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. So yeah, you hunker down and ready yourself an arrow. Stand to the side. And how about Millie?
Well, it's kind of crowded in there. So I'll move a little bit and then just hold my action. If anything occurs, that I can see.
Can we move through each other here? Can we move past each other like you did with the goblin?
Yeah,
Or do we
absolutely.
have to? Okay.
Yeah, if you're making room for people to pass, it's harder to squeeze past Lokag, but yeah, you can get past each other on the stairs.
All right.
All right, so you all sort of gathered up. Nothing comes down the stairs. The sounds of the goblins above get quieter and fade a bit. You have to start straining your ears to hear. You all can feel free to reposition yourselves as you like. Lokag, just approaching the corner, you can tell that the stair turns at least 2 more times before it reaches whatever opening above. So you could tell you're not immediately in danger if you look up the stairs or listen or any of that stuff. So something would have to come around and be within 15 feet of you to target this area with an area effect. Unless, of course, there's some sort of trap that you all spring, but so far, you haven't run across one.
DM, just real quick question.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a lot of new 2024 rules at you tonight. So just so you're clear on my stance, these weren't incorporated. Well, they kind of were at the very beginning, but we didn't talk about them necessarily. So if you want to say, let's stick to the old stuff, I'm totally fine with that. New rules, I can use my bonus action to keep my rage going for up to 10 minutes.
I love it.
Am I able to? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, that's
I'm
great.
just psyching myself up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They're so dead, guys. They're so dead.
Yeah. But just for future, if I ask you about a new rule and you're like, no, let's do the old thing, that's totally, I'm all about it.
No, I'm dead set. I just appreciate you all working with me. You all pick up the rules a little quicker than I do, to be quite honest. So yeah, no, I'm fine with them. And once we play with them for a minute and we get a feel for them, I might bring up some tweak or bring up the challenge I'm having with it, and we'll talk about it and see what we come up with. But yeah, no, so far so good. So yeah, again, being sort of out of initiative, or we're in a looser exploration initiative at the moment. So Helena, Millie, if you all wanted to reposition yourselves, or if anybody had any actions they wanted to take, or anything like that, just kind of slip back through. So Clifford, I can see you're moving up to the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, I think I'll stealth up again, just like before, and try to be careful.
Okay.
Unless anyone else wants to take point.
I'll cast guidance on Clifford after he stealths, so that he gets
Okay.
advantage or gets guidance on his next skill check.
Okay.
All right. I could always choose not to use it. All right, 10. 10's okay. Sure.
10's okay. You can hide from the unobservant with a 10.
Sure.
Goblins aren't the most observant, but when they're looking and trying to hunt you down, they get clever.
Well, I wonder if someone's good at investigation. They might want to be checking the traps. I mean, I'm okay at survival, but I don't know about anything requiring investigation. Perception's good.
I'm very good at investigation. I'm the best.
Sure.
Lokag is certainly our trap detector.
Good
Just
setting
in
them up.
unconventional ways.
Would a health potion help me with the poison thing?
Mm-mm.
Just hit points, right?
Yeah.
All right.
If you're a paladin, lay on hands will cure it, right?
Yeah, I have 5 points to spare.
Yeah,
I can cure that
that's
for you.
fucking great. That's what you want.
No.
Yeah, a little sluggish up here.
Got it.
I tap your shoulder, and you are no longer poisoned.
Yay.
I feel so much better. We need a new nickname for you. Smelly Girl is kind of mean. I'm thinking maybe Golden Girls. That is what I'm thinking.
Sure.
Okay, Golden Girl.
I usually just went by Millie, so this is new.
All right, so Clifford moves up, gives himself, sort of gets up in position to hide. What does Lokag do?
Lokag is going to, after getting a little bit of relief from the poison from Millie, he'll wait around this corner and look for signs from Clifford to see if he needs to move up.
All right. How about X? X is still hidden, I'm presuming. Did you move or reposition or anything like that?
I intend for this to be the marching order. Like Clifford is scouting out front, Lokag is behind, and X will be next in line.
Okay.
So as they move up, X will be moving up behind them.
All right. So as you all are, sort of creeping up, seconds are stacking up. Obviously, it seems like the goblins are not coming. And you start to get the sense that they're waiting for you to make your way to the top. So I'm sure there's a little small banter and such as you all are moving up. As Clifford sort of slips by Lokag and begins to take a stealthy stance and posture. Helena and Millie, kind of come up the rear and let's see here. I actually need just a moment. I'll be right back.
Fog cloud can't be moved, right? No, it's stuck. Okay, never mind.
Not in the way, like not controllably. You could gust it around. That'd be kind of funny.
Lokag just blows really hard. Nick, you're muted if you're speaking to us.
I was going to say oil. Sometimes a flask of oil can create you can create smoke with it. If you light it up, you get smoke in the corridor. But other than that, if we had a decoy, it'd be fun.
I am a great decoy.
You are a great decoy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mustache Man.
Yeah, you could race ahead and just be like dodging and just be like bouncing off the walls, parkouring, and take point. I'm happy to. But I imagine it's a trap.
Yeah, I'm fine springing the trap. So if we want to move up, I'll be happy to rush into a room and see what happens.
If we end up having to do that, though, just dodging when you run in against ready
That's
to
what
action.
I meant to do, and I failed to say it. So it's the right thing to do. I just did not announce it correctly.
Apologies. Thank you. All right.
We were just saying Lokag's going to be the bait this time. He's going to parkour in there and dodge around.
Okay. Well, if that is the case, is that a healing potion?
Yes, I was just about to say Lokag before running up the stairs is gonna chug his healing potion.
Nice. All right, so Lokag is gonna run up the stairs. Let me reveal a little bit above. Actually, I'll go ahead and move Lokag as you start to move up the stairs.
Awesome. And he'll probably pause at the base of the last turn, and wait and see if his companions want to stack up, so that way they're not too far back.
I'll follow right behind you, so hopefully everyone else is kind of stacked up.
So as you come up, you can see the first landing. It turns, the stairs turn to your right and then turn immediately up the stairs. And it is suspiciously quiet beyond
All right.
the stairs.
There's a
simple wooden.
Go ahead.
There's a heavy wooden door at the top of the stairs.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna approach the wooden door, and I'm not great at this, but I do want to make just a quick cursory glance at the door to see if the door itself is trapped in any way.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Excellent.
19. That is the highest you can roll. Nat 20. Awesome. Yeah, so the door has a latch and everything, but as you're coming up the stairs, you can see the gap at the bottom of the door. You can see on the far one corner where the hinges are, there's like a small spike has been nailed into the stone, and there's a piece of string attached to it that goes up. Maybe it attaches to the door frame or the door handle. You're not sure what else it attaches to, but you're sure that it's some sort of trap.
Okay. I'm going to call up, I'm going to kind of come back down and let the group know that the door is booby-trapped, and that before Lokag does his Kool-Aid Man act again, we should see if we can disarm it from this side, but his fingers aren't deft enough to perform this act.
Elena's been getting fantastic rolls. I think X is willing to guide and help her if she wants to try to or disable the traps.
She certainly was considering it. She feels it's like her calling, It's just comes with the territory. So, just gonna come on up here. And I just have thieves' tools.
And this is the door up here.
These tools work.
These tools are what you need.
Thank you for moving my piece.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so go ahead and just roll then with advantage, or.
Go ahead and position yourself up at the top of the stairs, so you can, of course, X position to give you guidance. Let's see, I'll get a. Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Here goes.
Millie, you can go ahead and bring yourself up, or I can bring you over.
And we might want to adjust that map down just slightly for the viewers.
All right.
Oh, hell yeah. Pretty good rolls. 20 and 22.
You get another D4 on top of that if you want it.
Oh, yeah, I do. I want it.
Wow.
Plus one.
Wow.
Could have been the difference.
Yeah.
All right. So as you probe the lock, you find it's pretty solid, very fine lock, but it's not any finer than your skills. You managed to pop the tumblers into place and open the lock. The door is now unlocked.
And the trap is taken care of?
Oh, I assume, sorry. Was that roll for the lock or to disarm the trap? Helena?
What?
That was to open the lock, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, the door is unlocked. Lokag spotted a trap also attached to it. which that would also be a thief tool check if you wanted to disarm the trap.
I'd love to do that. Yes.
Guidance again.
Guidance.
We need a script for it for Loquitur.
I made a macro for it if people want to use the macro.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh my God! Not natural.
Wow.
Nice.
You guys called it, man.
This is your night.
Yeah, so you have an option. You know, you can spring the trap, likely have it explode on the other side of the door, or you can disarm it to where the trap is intact, and you can retrieve it yourself and keep it for later.
That's
Or-
kind of.
You can just disarm it. Yeah, exactly. So one or the other.
I'd like to keep it for later.
Okay.
What,
think
what
that
kind
was
of
the right
crap would I write? What would I
You
write
would
that
just
down?
Well, we'll cover it when you're able to recover it, because it's on the other side of the door at the moment. So you've disarmed it;
Okay.
it doesn't explode, and you'll be able to get it. Soon.
Oh, there's a 4 on. Yeah, I didn't see
Oh, nice, 29.
that.
Okay, my turn.
You gonna dodge and roll?
Yep. So when everyone's ready, Lokag will take the dodge action and burst through the door and run as far into the room as possible.
All right, is everybody ready? Any last
It's a
preparations?
10-foot by 10-foot room.
I'll be ready with my sword.
Yeah, I'll move up. I'll move up to the door. Watch out, the rat tax girl. They are going to be ready.
And I'm gonna be right there and ready too. She's got her crossbow.
All right. Love it. Okay. Everybody ready?
Yep.
All right.
Let's go.
Lokag is going to lift up one leg, kick the door open, and run into the room as far as he can. Hopefully towards a goblin if he sees any.
Okay. Let's see here. As you kick the door open, you hear the snap of 2 bows, one to your east and one to your west. Make sure this is public. A short bow. And the snap of a crossbow as well.
Bring it. Are they rolling with advantage or?
Let's see here.
Disadvantage, right?
Dodge.
Yeah, if you're dodging,
Yeah,
it's
oh,
going to
yeah,
be a single
yes.
roll because 2 of them, were stealth and were not heard or had been quiet. So it's going to be an 18 and a 25.
Got it. Both of those hit.
All right, let me go ahead and reveal the map. Another save versus poison. 2 con saves. 1 versus poison and 1 versus the bludgeoning blunt-tipped arrow.
22 and a 17.
All right, nice. So you are not poisoned. Take a total of 9 piercing from the first attack. Hold on just a moment. Oh, that wasn't that 20. So, and then 19 damage from the second attack.
Okay. I'm going to use my reaction, Stone's Endurance, to lessen that by
Those are half.
11.
You're raging?
Yeah, I'm raging, but I'm still going to take Stone's
Half.
Endurance there.
Yeah.
So in total, that was 19 plus 9. I'm going to pull out because I am not good at quick maths.
Well, it's half of
Thank
each
you.
both, right? Half of 9 and half of
Yeah.
19.
And rounding down. So 4
I'll take
and
3
Four,
9.
damage.
4 and 9. So
14.
13 total.
Yeah, so it would be 14 damage in total after they've been halved, minus the 11 from Stone Endurance. So I'll take 3 damage.
Nice.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
And-
let's see here.
see, as I run in, so is it a small corridor?
There is a small corridor. You also see there's a door almost directly across the hall,
Okay,
and that is where one of the goblins shot you from there.
got it.
Um,
I'm gonna as I charge in. Let's see, that's 5 feet, so I'm gonna move. I'm going to just move up to that goblin. I was still dodging, but so I use my action, um, and that's where I'll end up. I'll be right there in that doorway with the goblin.
okay. From a cracked door behind you, another goblin attacks. But this is one that you all had heard. And so it's going to be a single roll. Ooh, a 5.
Ooh, nice.
I'm going to let that ride. Go ahead and roll a d6 for the mishap and see what happens to this goblin.
I
Its
got
poor
that.
weapon.
6.
All right. Bringing the chart
Gotta
up
be
right
good.
now. There's a pained shriek from the goblin. You're not sure what happened. Some sort of misfire, perhaps. But Lokag, you're in, and you close with that goblin. Let me reveal a little bit more. Pound across the corridor. There seems to be a dining hall or something.
I'll shoot back. One at either end of the hall. I've got this one.
All right, let's see here.
Top of the initiative or new initiative?
Yeah, I suppose we can reroll initiative. I think that is a good moment to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this up.
Okay.
Everyone highlight your tokens and roll initiative.
Oh, nice.
I don't want that in
Hey,
it.
but you don't want to be first?
No.
I'll trade you. Can I trade
Okay.
you?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, you're last. I got an 8.
Sounds great.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. As Lokag throws the door open, charging across, snap of crossbow bolts and the whistle of arrows through the air. Top of the order is Helena.
Helena
no.
wanted to switch
Oh, with you.
with
With who? With Cliff?
yeah.
So Helena now has 8, and Cliff should have 23.
All right.
Swap with me, Lokag. You can have the 12. Oh, never mind. You're at 15. That was.
Can I stab at the goblin from here? Doorway?
Yes.
Can I get it?
Yes, you can.
All right, because I get your wolfie advantage that gives me advantage when I stabby.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Indeed, you do.
So I'm gonna do that. So I double stab him. Pew pew. Come on. That's so annoying. My sheet isn't. I'm usually able to do stuff from D&D Beyond. It's not doing it. So I have to do
Been real bad.
Beyond 20 just updated, so you might have to open Beyond 20 or refresh your
Alright.
your
Well, for now, I'll just
batch.
roll twice. Oh, wow. 2 terrible rolls. I got a 10 and a 7. Well, that's just not going to happen. He tries to get through there, but it's just Lokag is just too big. Lokag, I can't, and then he'll finish his movement, and he'll end up over next with this guy.
Okay. You can kind of see.
Do I see anything to the north? Do I see anything else like to the north if I'm coming in here?
But to the north in the room where the goblin is, or to your left?
Yeah, either way. Yeah, the room with the goblin is. My passive is 17, so whatever he sees, kind of nearby. There's more stairs.
There is another goblin around the corner, just out of sight here.
To the north.
Yeah.
Where's here? To the north?
To the north. Sorry.
Oh, there. Oh, to the north. Like.
Make sure.
Like there. There's someone.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he's gonna hold the line here, because he doesn't want to get fucked with by that guy who's over there. He probably will be anyway, but that's all Clifford can do. He did his attack. He moved. He paced this guy. That's all he's got. All done.
All right.
Hopefully we'll get lucky.
All right, give me just a moment. Where did it go? All right, let me double check something real quick. There is a scream from the western side of the corridor. A goblin pulls a flask out of his hand, pulls out a stopper, turns to throw it, but stumbles, sloshes some of the solution onto his shoulder. His shoulder catches fire. The goblin screams. He throws the flaming, the rest of the flask, sort of haphazardly. He was, maybe aiming it toward Lokag, but as the flame catches on its shoulder, the goblin's aim falters. It arcs and sort of hits the spot on the floor right in front of Helena. Flames burst up. They race. They race out. Let me flames race outward along the corridor, both east and west. It's flowing over a thin layer of oil spread out on the floor, including now covering the bottom of Lokag's boots. Oh goodness, that's too big.
There's my new boot too.
Lokag, make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my session inspiration on that.
You have advantage on that already from Barbarian.
Yes.
On dex save?
Evasion, yeah. Barbarians have evasion early.
Danger sense. You have advantage on dex saves against effects you can see.
Thank you. See, this is my first time playing a barbarian.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It works on like dex saves, like to not slip on the ice. Anything involving like just parkour, basically.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, so you kind of turn away, step partially out of the puddle of oil, and you take 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
You manage to sort of scrape quickly, sort of scuff some of the oil off your boots, so your clothing is not on fire. Let's see here. Then the goblin darts back around the corner and out of sight. There is a jangling of chainmail and heavy iron-shod boots. A small orange-skinned goblin in heavy chainmail steps down around the stairs. As it steps into view, it's already bringing its long sword down right along the edge of the wall. A cleverly timed shot. The hobgoblin swings at Clifford. It's swinging the sword one-handed. For a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. It seems to time the blow with the the juking and feinting of the Shatterbone, its heavy sort of spiked mace. And it's you sort of shift your guard, trying to account for the movement of the goblin, and the hobgoblin takes advantage of that and slices a clean blow right along, pretty close in, right along the edge of where your armor shoulder kind of meets the breastplate. So it's going to do a little bit extra damage. A total of 12 damage. Slashing.
All right. Ow.
The goblin fighting Lokag gives a screech and slashes out with its scimitar. Ah! Almost desperate. Yeah, the blade.
At 9.
Yeah, it doesn't. It probably comes maybe an inch from Lokag's belly as it tries to lateral cut up at you. The goblin darts back away from you, back off into the shadows. And next in the order is Lokag. You're standing in the fire. You will take some additional fire damage, as now the floor is currently on fire.
Got it.
Take 4 fire damage, but of course you are still raging. Oh, you didn't take never mind. It's just bludgeoning. Yeah, you didn't take the bear. You took wolf this time.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
So 4 more fire damage.
Lokag will move further down the hall instead of pursuing that goblin.
Mm-hmm.
And is he able to fight right beside Cliff like that?
You can squeeze into the corridor, sure.
Looks like it, yeah.
Okay, got it. I'm going to take on this Shatterbone, and I'm gonna reckless attack it with that glaive. And actually, I'm gonna take one step back and I'm just gonna. Yeah, so I'll be 10 feet away from the Shatterbone. And attack with the glaive recklessly. Getting a 17 to hit.
That is, let's see here. The Shatterbone raises its shield and managed to deflect it. This one is fighting with its shield.
All right. And
the wolf give you advantage too, or
no, just you guys.
Just you or just me?
Just my allies. And then I'm gonna let's see, no bonus actions. So, but since it is a glaive, the graze property will apply, and so it'll take three damage from my strength mod.
Nice. Okay.
And then I'm gonna step up after taking the attack. I'm then gonna step up and get right in its face.
Awesome. It's sort of swings the weapon up and stands up on its tiptoes, trying to catch you in the chin as it raises up high. 24 to hit.
That's definitely gonna hit.
Ow.
Similar to the hobgoblin, it seems to gauge and press an advantage timing its attacks with the hobgoblin.
18 save.
All right, give me a second.
Okay.
Success. You do not lose any movement.
1 damage. Oh, sorry.
So that'd be a total of 7. So half that down to 3.
Got it. Locag's looking a little rough for wear here.
All right, next in the order is X. Figure at the bottom of this turn, we'll take a break. If that sounds good to everybody. But if anyone starts getting antsy or needs a break first, please just let me know, and we can take a break early. But
All right, I could either try to get off a bless and help make this combat go a little quicker for the people I can bless, or I can just get in there and try to do damage. What do y'all think sounds like a better idea?
Do some damage.
Millie, Joe, what are you thinking? Do some damage or bless everybody? You're muted, I think, Joe.
Maybe we need to put out that fire. You know.
All right. Elena, Pon, any thoughts?
Yeah, I realized I was muted too.
Oh no.
I said, yeah, I think you should go for damage this go around, just because like I really don't know what kind of a long haul we're in for. I don't know. I guess the bless could apply later on too. God dang it, I'm not helping.
Yeah, I'm hoping the fight's over after this. Yeah, I agree.
All right, damn, can I come here and shoot around this corner without getting into the fire, or do I have to step in the fire to shoot?
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, you've got to step into the fire, at least expose yourself to it somewhat.
Okay, if instead I took my action and tried to put out the fire, could I just dump water on it and put it out, or does it appear to be magical and I can't do anything
It
about
is
it?
an oil fire. You're not sure
What happens when you
water's
put water on
going to
an oil
help with
fire?
that.
Sand?
It spreads often. Sand?
All right, last question. Can I jump?
Yes, the flames are high. You'll still have to make a check, but you won't take immediate, like, turn-by-turn damage from standing in it.
Okay, can I use acrobatics for that by any chance?
Well, no, you don't need to. I think you have the capability to make that jump based on the rules. It's just you'll be going
True.
through the flickering tongues of flame, and you'll need to make a dexterity saving throw. Nice. Nice.
Amazing. Badass.
Okay, and then I'm going to shoot this Shatterbone Goblin right here in front of Lokak.
Okay. So you take a single point of fire damage. You don't catch on fire. You just kind of singe yourself, leaping over the flames.
$17 to hit for 9 damage.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, right, from the wolf. That is 9 damage. Nice, okay. And that's on the Hobgoblin, correct?
No, Shatterbone, he said.
Oh, Shatterbone. Sorry about that.
Shatterbro.
Shatterbro. Ah! Goblin grunts as the arrow slams into its just below the ribs. Knocking free a couple of chainmail rings from its armor.
And is this a wall here, or
Yes,
is this open space?
It's a wall.
Okay, I'll squitch up against the wall then so that other people can try to get by in this square, and I will be done.
Okay.
I got a bonus action. I don't suppose I can hide here.
No, there's 2 enemies immediately there that can see you.
You can hide from other people, like someone in the next room to the north, maybe. But
Possible, yeah.
weird.
That is possible.
Roll a stealth check in case it's relevant later, and then I'm done.
Dodging isn't bad. Oh, you can't dodge. You're not a monk.
That really didn't work.
You did the opposite of dodging. You jump up and down and say, "Shoot me, shoot
Oh
me!"
no.
Yeah, I used up all of my dexterous energy clearing the fire.
Yeah.
From the On the east, a goblin scrambles into view, takes a little bit of cover behind a table,
Oh, way over there.
and fires a shot at X. Yeah, let me make sure that everybody can be seeing this on the stream. X, your passive is under 15, correct? I think that's okay. So that's going to be then with its attack roll. That is going to be with advantage. 14 to hit X, which is, I believe, going
But my
to be
passive perception is 17.
Oh, 17. Okay, so that was not going to be, but either way, it's still a 14 to hit. And I believe
Where'd
that
that
is
come from?
from the
Way
east.
to the east.
Way to the east. It's dark. You can, kind of see over there. Movement in that corner. But yeah, it dodges down, sort of dropping down back behind the furniture and getting some cover. The door here opens. The goblin steps out and also fires at X, as it's the closest one it's got a clear shot on. Also going to make a stealth check for it and see if it's going to be with advantage, but I think that 21 is going to hit X in either case. So another goblin fires another shot at X, this time for a 22 to hit. That's a con save for poison for X. All right, total of 9 damage, 1 poison, 8 piercing. The goblin finishes its movement, darts back in around the corner, and next in the order is Millie.
Millie had to take care of some real world responsibilities. Dog was nosing the door.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. This is maybe a good spot to take a short break. We can come back on Joe's turn. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay,
Great.
heck yeah. Well, here in just a minute, I'm going to run an ad. But everybody who needs to, go ahead and, drop your cameras, go take a break, stretch your legs, grab something to drink, and all of that. All right. We transition our music a bit. Something suspenseful, not so pulse pounding. And yeah, all right, DL, how we doing? How you been? I know you've
All right.
you've been putting out some videos, brother. I've been seeing it. Just about one a day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I tried to get the series all out. I won't get the fourth one out tomorrow, unfortunately. But yeah, so we got 3 out of the 4 in a group, in a group build set that I'm doing.
Yeah, you're designing a whole party to kind of work together.
Yeah. I think doing character builds is fun, but trying to do character builds and explain to people like how to build a party. I think if people like it, there could be a lot of different sort of uses for it. If people are newer to the game and they're doing a module and they want to know, okay, we need to pick characters that we know can complete the module. It'd be a good place to start. Also, like we do arena fights in our Thursday night campaign, and this could be a team where it's 4 characters, and if you listen to all the builds, you would know how to play them.
Yeah.
And a DM could just grab that as a group and throw it into an arena and fight against the PCs with it or something like that. So
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, or a group of rival adventurers, or yeah.
what do you think of the builds so far? Have you listened to any of them all the way through?
I have, and I mean, it's I don't have any particular critique. I'm just impressed with how detailed you go with it, and you really cover a lot of ground and you track a lot of details and you really mesh together. You're like, okay, well, here's intelligent mechanics for this character. Here's a character with a personality and a style, and they're optimized to, they're efficient. Like you say, I think efficient as opposed to optimized. It's not this sort of whiteboard theory crafting. It's like, this is a group of people that are built to do a thing, and there's going to be situations that make it, challenging or easier for them. But yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, and there's decisions I make for the character building, like with the warlock. I mean, the first feat the warlock takes is not even good for that specific character build, but it's so good for the party that it makes sense to take that feat and help everybody. So I think sometimes if if a group of people would be willing to do that, it's pretty fantastic. So,
I can definitely see that for a whole group of people that want a group of friends that want to play together. I've had a couple of GM or players come to my table where it was like the group dungeon master wanted to play with their friends, and they were all trying to figure out how to we just want to build a really good party together, So if a set of videos like that had been out, I would have been perfect to recommend to them. But yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if it gets some traction, I'm testing it out. I'm seeing if people are going to like it. I'll do, I think, this party, and I'll do another party of 4. And the second one is going to be around the theme of the Superman. I've heard people complain before and say, there's always that one person in the group and everything's about them. And, their character always wants to be the one making the rolls, and it gets pretty annoying and whatever. But what if you just leaned into it? What if you made one character that really could be the center point of everything? And the person who plays that could be making most of the roles. And then the other 3 play characters in some way that, they do their own thing as characters.
Sure.
But also in a way that supports Superman just being Superman. I think that could be a fun concept because, sometimes to avoid the negative connotation, it could be that you have one very experienced player at the table and a bunch of people who are less experienced. And that experienced player could then play this main character. The less experienced people could support them and kind of, get used to the game in some way. So I think that would be a fun team to build where you just say, okay, instead of complaining that this person wants to be at the front of everything, just put them at the front of everything. Just let them be that guy. And
yeah. Or depending on the friend group, you force your friend to do it. It's like, you're playing the chosen one this time. I'm actually going to step away real quick. I'll be back in a few.
Have you heard of Collateral Damage? It's just a RPG where you're essentially players trying to survive in a world full of superheroes that are just breaking shit everywhere. I think it fits what you're trying. It was a drive-through RPG game. Let's see if I can find it. But it was kind of fun because essentially, you're sort of in a world with a bunch of heroes that are just destroying the entire city, and you're just trying to survive it. I'll paste it in our little Discord.
Now we were talking about the character builds that I was putting out on my YouTube channel. And I was saying I'm doing 4 builds at a time, or 3 to 5 characters that are part of a team.
Oh, cool!
So
Baldur's Gate team.
What's that?
Like Baldur's Gate, you'll have 4 players kind of trying to.
Yeah, exactly. And if you, so I think a lot of players, or at least what I've experienced, is there's 2 different scenarios, right? One is where players sit down at a table and their DM just purchased a module, and they just all play whatever they want to play. Yeah. Then there's no rogue in the group, and they just get murdered in the module because there's traps that they can't find. And, so people sitting down for a module are like, okay, what do I play so that I know that we can actually finish this module? Well, if you put together a good 4-person team and you know that all the skills are covered and everything else, then that it could ease your mind that you can do the module. I was telling DM that maybe one of the teams of 4, you just let one player out of the team be the person who's doing everything.
The main guy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So either a big ranged attacker or a melee guy, and then there's somebody putting bless on them, somebody putting haste on them, freedom of movement, whatever, and then that player every turn can just rain down as much damage as possible. guidance for skill checks and all that stuff, and just kind of lean into the idea that sure, and in the prequels where we had the chosen one, it
Right,
could be
yeah.
that where
Yeah.
where the character is the chosen one and everybody's there to.
Well, and also on a strategy kind of look at it, like when you have augmentations happening by characters that aren't the actual character being attacked, like if you cast haste or fly or whatever, you don't have to worry about concentration being broken because it's being concentrated by somebody who's kind of in the back hiding. So you can have like triple buffed, single kind of awesome barbarian in the front with haste and flight and heroism or something, and you can hit them all day. You're never going to break this concentration because the people that cast it are all like, way in the back, throwing stuff from a distance. So,
Yep.
Some fun opportunities there.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, we got to get this Shatterbone Goblin out of here because those two guys together, it's some kind of like an extra 2d6 damage. That is ridiculous. We got to get that out of here as soon as we can.
That fire is really annoying too.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't know if fog cloud affects fire.
I was thinking, Lokag, if this Shatterbone goes down, maybe we could get that rug from the room that he's at the precipice of.
Great idea. I love it. Great idea.
If we could just all get to that room, we could, make them come to us.
Yeah.
Very true. We do hold the side with the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, Helena and Millie maybe got a ready actions or something. They don't want to fuck with the fire.
Well, if Helena can get the Shatterbone dead.
Yeah, she just has to dance over the flames to do it.
And you have advantage against that hobgoblin, and you can dual wield all over him. So
yeah, we could have fun.
Some good damage there.
Dual wield all over him.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
I can't take another hit though. X is at 3 hit points, so
I'm at 8.
If I get hit again before my next turn, I'm dead. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'll good cheese you.
Millie hopefully can res us. I'm a big fan of don't heal anyone until they actually go down. Save your heals to keep them from dying. Like, I find a lot of times I wish I still had a heal that I used earlier because I want to raise somebody up from who just dropped.
If I hadn't used that health potion earlier, I'd have been way worse.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I've got 2 potion of healing on my character, so I can definitely use one of them on my next turn.
Yeah, I don't have any more heals. I'm at 8.
Well, I just started a new Give the Party a Healing Potion challenge.
Good.
Ads should be running soon, if they're not already.
I saw a really cool thing that Tia posted for putting up like a follower or sub challenge or even a bits challenge for. If we can do that, I'll like make one of those news announcer briefs or recaps.
Awesome.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, let me make a note of that. We can maybe talk about that between, or remind me. Yeah. Just call it the Newscaster Challenge. I like that idea. That's great. I've got a couple of other ideas. I mean, I've got all sorts of accents that have nothing to do with fantasy at all, like modern, real-world accents I can do really well. I can offer to do recaps in, my Deep South voice, or my New York, my Bronx, my Scottish brogue, or
nice
various other accents.
Yes, we are already 8,000 bits the way through this healing potion.
As soon as it goes live. Awesome. That's what I call support. Even though it's a big portion of it is actually the players doing it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just make it more expensive. Thank you, Abacus. Thank you, Jar Jar. Keeping the party going.
Love to see it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I've been trying to think of a way to incentivize clips as well. But nothing's come to me. So if anybody has any ideas for that, you can feel free to whisper any of us and let us know. What would incentivize you to jump on, rewatch some of our episodes, and clip a few things? Having those clips really helps us with doing, everything's in short form content. That's what makes everything popular. And sending those short clips over to YouTube can kind of, helping us gain some traction over there. So much that we may actually consider changing our stream over to YouTube. But that's something that's potentially going to happen in the future. But for now, let's see here. Everybody is... Oh, I guess we're still waiting on... goodness here. Still waiting on Millie and Helena.
And Darth Trey is making no contributions to this potion. What's going on? What's going on, Darth Trey?
She wants you to die. In game, of course.
Sometimes when people ask me how I'm doing, I say, if I was any better, there'd have to be two of me.
Ew.
Yeah. I said that once to my wife. I said, yeah, if I was any better, there'd have to be two of me. She said, if there were two of you, I'd have to shoot at least one. I said, what do you mean at least?
She's like, just keep my options open,
I always thought if there were two of me, I would have to take out the other one, and I don't know which one would win.
Oh man, I'd pull that scam where, I'd either become a famous prestidigitator or con man or something where everyone thought I was just one person, but I was actually two. If there were two of me, All right, well, see, since Millie seems to be having still a puppy emergency or situation, a canine situation. So we'll go ahead and continue without Millie and, whatever suggestions the party has and what actions Millie might take. You can go ahead and do that.
Millie moves in and saves, readies or something, maybe.
Maybe.
Hopefully they're back soon enough.
Say, maybe she runs up to the top of the stairs and tosses someone a healing potion over the flames. Either that or tries to jump it into the room across the hall.
All right. Pon, any thoughts about what Helena might, or what Millie might do?
About what you mean Helena?
What Millie might do on her turn. Her turn's next, and then Helena's.
And Millie is dealing with real-world puppy emergency.
Yeah, so we're going to take over her
Okay.
turn.
Swap initiatives there. Let Helena go first, and then maybe Millie gets back.
That's fine.
I like that. Yeah,
Let's do
that's
that.
great.
All right, Helena, next in the order.
I was going to do something kind of akin to that. So can I jump and shoot?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely want to go after this Shatterbone here. And I would like to also use one of my luck points.
Okay. To get advantage on that?
Yeah.
I think you're within range. Lukags, tell me if she's still within range of your...
if she's fighting the Shatterbone, yeah, I'm right up in his grill, so...
Yeah, so he's providing advantage to everybody.
So I wouldn't need it.
Yeah. You can save it for something else.
Okay. Well, move my token here. Jump in. Oops. Not in the fire.
Right. You'll still need to make that dexterity saving throw as you leap, partially through the flame.
Usually.
You can use your luck for that, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to nail this one, so we're gonna do that.
Okay. So a luck point, and you could go ahead and make that dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Oops. 17.
Nice advantage.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. And
You
then
take a single point of fire damage as you land just outside the burning oil. And
It's
you
just
can
to be
fire
more
in the midair, as you said.
yeah, it's just to be more metal, honestly. So.
Perfect. Ooh,
Whoa.
look at that. 25-25.
Earl?
Laser bow.
You pick which one. They'll both hit.
Yeah, I mean, I was going after the Shatterbones.
Okay, awesome. So 10 damage. Using your bonus action, you do that septic strike.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel free to describe or pass as the Shatterbone succumbs to your
So,
attack.
so as she is jumping out from the stairwell, the reason she maybe, if I can get away with this, is she burns herself a bit. Is she like reaches down to grab that trap that she wanted? So her hands, a little hurt or whatever, but it's like, you burn yourself on the hot glue gun sometimes. It's fine. All in the day's work. And she's screaming as she does this. And she and just, lodges it. I think it goes probably just right through his stupid little chest.
Yeah, it punches through the chainmail into its chest. The thing sags to the ground and sort of partially falls through the open door. If you can make use of the rest of your movement, you still have some movement left, I believe. 15 feet, I think.
Yeah, maybe I can kind of get over here and see what's ahead a little bit.
Okay, you'll get it if you leave this space, you'll get an attack of opportunity on you from the hobgoblin.
Oh, we don't want to do that. So yeah, there's fine.
Okay, you can see up the stairs. Let's see here. You can't make out much of the room because it's up. You're looking up the stairs, but you can see standing out above the hidden floor is some sort of lofted area, and you think you see stairs going up to it. And that is Helena. Nice round for Helena. Shatterbone drops and you're sort of stepping over its corpse as it's falling. All right, looks like Joe Millie is still out. So what is Millie going to do? Millie's obviously going to move up the stairs, get closer. That'll be 25 would be Millie's movement.
He had said something about putting out the fire. Is there any possible thing that they could do to put out the fire?
Well, I can't tell you that. We can look over Millie's sheet and see if Millie has something that might affect fires. I don't see anything immediately. So, it's one of those sort of problem-solving situations. What can you all think of that Millie could do? Might have something in her items that could be useful.
Cooking supplies? Does Millie have cooking supplies?
I don't think so, actually. I don't see any. Yeah, I mean, putting out the fire would be pretty tough. It looks like it's starting to burn down. There might be another round or two of it. Before it's spit, before the oil's consumed by the fire. But at the moment, yeah, there's
maybe a bedroll, or does he have a bedroll or a tent blanket?
I think if Millie can see the hobgoblin from there, why don't we just take a crossbow shot, see if we can get some damage on this hobgoblin. and then Millie can take her turn when she's back.
Yeah, sure. Does that work?
Okay, she'd have to move up and expose herself to the fire to some degree to get that shot. She has to be, in the corridor. Just the way the grid is laid out.
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Welcome
Perfect.
back.
Good timing.
Yeah, we switched your initiative out with Helena so she could take her turn while we waited.
The dilemma is you've got fire there, and you've got a dude to the right, and you've got people to the left. But there is a clearing to the left, to the south. The Shadowbone guy has been taken out, so. But you have to brave the fire if you want to keep going.
Yeah, it would,
Unless you can put it out.
and from the bottom of the stairs, that would put her at 25 feet of movement, getting to the top of the stairs.
Well, I can't do anything then. I'd end up in the fire.
Yeah, you could dash.
You could ready if somebody pops out, you can shoot them,
Yeah, you do know that there's goblins popping out the northern door across the hallway, so that is possible as well.
Out there.
And you can do that without being in the fire.
Yeah, both those doors.
Just, I'll just ready a crossbow to fire there.
All right.
Round 7.
All right. Well, then top of the order is, let me fix that, is Clifford.
All right. Cliff's gonna get a little flanking and go around like this, and then he's gonna have advantage because of his wolfy friend, and he'll hit the. He'll hit the hobgoblin with advantage.
Okay. What weapon?
Short.
Sword. Cool.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna roll 2d20s because I've got to. Okay, so 18.
18 is.
Or no, it's
going,
20 because of the flanking.
That's
20.
Gonna hit. That is gonna hit the hobgoblin.
Cool. Awesome. And that is gonna be D6. Five damage. Not that much, unfortunately. But I wanted to ask you, I did forget something last round. It's a new thing from being third level. He has the Gloomstalker feat that lets him, on the first round, he gets an extra attack, which I
Go
didn't
ahead and use
last
it.
round.
Use it now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's
Cool.
fair. We're all getting,
Thank you.
we're getting used to our characters and
so
stuff, and that's
another-
generally how I roll at any table.
22. Cool.
22 is
thank
gonna
you.
hit.
So yeah. Cool. For another 4 damage. Not going great on the
Okay.
damage rolls. 4 more damage, so 10, I guess.
Nice.
So yeah, it hits him twice. That is what he's got. That's all he can do.
Still got an
Alright,
offhand attack.
I got the shield up. I don't want to lose that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, fair. Alright. Squeeze and gets the head sort of around the door frame on the southern side of the corridor. Another goblin attempts to level a shot through the flames. Let's see, it's going to use its bonus action to just assess. Try to see through the flames, see which one looks the most hurt. It does single out X and fires a short bow attack at X. For a 12 to hit, however. I'm going to use my inspiration and re-roll that attack on that short bow. For a 10. So 12 still not going to hit. The goblin fires, slips around the corner. And Millie, this one you're not able to get a line of sight on as it's sort of, parallel, coming from the same side of the corridor as you. Let's see here. Clifford, you understand the hobgoblin perfectly as it rasps. Sight blinder will eat your eyes. Make potions of them. I die proudly, it shouts, and turns and whips its blade out at Cliff. Ooh, for a 5 to hit. Use my inspiration already? That is going to miss.
Woohoo! One last thing I forgot from Red Ambusher is it does another D8. So, if
Nice.
that matters.
Go ahead and roll that.
Points.
3 more. Excellent. It does. I mean, it all matters.
3 more.
It matters for sure.
He's still.
Millie, you are in position as a goblin pops its nose and its bow around the corner to the north. Actually, let's see here. Let me double check. There is a stealth component, but you also have a passive perception. Okay, yeah, you're able to see this one. So take that shot. 22 is going to hit. The goblin hisses. Tries to spot you through the flame, but having some cover from the corner of the door, it instead decides to fire elsewhere. Also looking over the enemies, quickly looking for the most wounded one, it fires randomly then, not quite sure, and fires at Lokag. For a 12 to hit.
Lokag just dips his head out of the way.
The goblin darts back through the doorway. Next in the order is Lokag.
Okay. Lokag is going to take advantage of this flanking, and he's going to recklessly attack with the glaive at the hobgoblin. Do 24 to hit.
Nice. 24 is going to hit.
All right. So that'll be, I'm going to re-roll that damage with Savage Attacker. Getting a 12 damage. Gosh, I like this feat.
Nice.
You're so savage.
And that is on the hobgoblin, correct?
Yes.
And feel free to describe or pass. So you dispatch the hobgoblin.
Taking advantage of his turn towards Cliff to attack Lokag, takes his glaive up and chops down, sort of short handling it, but catches the goblin right on the collarbone. And he is impressed with how well the goblins die. He finds great honor in their abilities to make last stands. He roars, letting the old gods know that another warrior comes to meet them in the afterlife. And then he's going to take his movement, and he's going to slip. Oh, I think I can do this. Okay, he's going to slip 10 feet in. And so I've already used my action. But let me know if I can do this. I want to grab this rug that's in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that was 10 feet. So that'll be... And then I want to take the rug and I want to throw it over the fire to try and smother it.
All right. So yeah, you can kind of roughly do that. Mostly working through your object interactions.
Yep.
But
And
certainly,
I was going to say, I haven't used a bonus action, and I'd be willing to spend that on all that, because it's a lot of action economy.
Okay. So as you do, flame sort of shoots out around the sides, around your ankles, sort of billowing out towards you. It does cause a little bit of fire damage to you initially. If you're so it's going to be 4. Ooh. So it splashes some of the burning oil over your feet and ankles as well. So 4 points of fire damage. But pretty quickly, everything that's covered does go out. So on the far side, the eastern side of the corridor, there's still 2 5-foot patches. So, part of the corridor is still, the floor is still on fire. But you smother that's everything underneath, of course, the rug. You smother the oil fire pretty quickly that way. It's a thick old rug.
And was there anything in the room other than when I stepped in there? Just taking a quick glance around.
It smells
Very
like
good.
dust and paper. There was a rack full of scrolls and papers, a couple of books. It looks like a scribe or scrivener's study. You've heard of people that get paid vast sums to copy famous or obscure books. And unlike the sort of the bookseller in the square, who more markets toward the average person, tales of adventure and things like that. This person is probably its old historical manuals and stuff that they make copies of here. It smells expensive, like expensive paper.
Nice. Little guy does not care about paper, so nothing in that room.
It is empty. All right, next in the order then is X. Lokag comes and drops the rug right next to you. Flame billows out, and fortunately you're standing there too, so X is going to take a little bit of fire damage as well. X will take 3 fire damage from that. As
Dead.
some oil and burning oil splashes over your ankles. What is it? As X drops, does he shout in pain? Does he just go quiet and quietly drop to the ground? Does he clutch on Lokag or "you idiot" or anything? What does X do as he loses consciousness?
No, he won't. He won't do anything. He'll just sigh.
Damn it. All right, X then drops from that. X, you are making a death save.
Remember to whisper.
All right.
Are we whispering death saves in the stream?
I prefer them being whispered, for sure.
Oh,
I see
okay.
nothing. I don't see that.
All right, let's see here. The goblin pops up from behind the table further back to the east, fires at Lokag for a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Another con saving throw for poison.
That's not an advantage, so it's 6.
The goblin scrambles out of view. Lokag is poisoned once again.
Okay.
Oh, let's see here.
We're going to need some help here because Lokag's about to go down too.
You can hear
good cheeses.
Yeah, they should be in our pockets.
Mm-hmm. You all can hear like short calls and sort of yipping barks, screeching of some strange animals that the goblins are mimicking as they kind of communicate. You all hear at least 5, maybe 6 around the manor, but not all of them are in combat with you. Make insight checks.
$15 for Lokag.
All right, nice. 15. Lokag, Millie, Helena. The goblins, those battle calls have gotten a frantic and nervous edge. You all can sense that they're close to breaking. All the strongest goblins in the building have been killed. At least the ones nearby. They can easily assume that those downstairs are dead since you came from downstairs. They still have enough numbers to keep their nerves up, but it would be probably pretty easy to break their nerve. Some sort of intimidation check, a flex, perhaps killing one in a sudden or fantastic way. Or maybe you all can think of other things. But while you all are realizing this, a goblin pops out from the northern door. Millie has already spent her ready action. Still has cover. Let's see here. The reasonable thing for that goblin to do would be to fire at Lokak, being the clearest target.
Are there two goblins? Are there two goblins popping in and out of that door?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Fires for a 14. Scampers back into the room and hides. Footfalls of its booted feet go silent. Unlike the Shatterbone and the Hobgoblin, they're not wearing chainmail, but rough, either studded or boiled leather. Helena, one of your allies drops. Arrows are raining down the corridor as Lokag drops the carpet on the blazing fire, smothering some of it. X, succumbs to some of the fire, and Lokag takes another couple of arrows. What does Helena do?
Not pretty. Where did that other guy go? I looked away for like a second. Is he...
We killed the other two guys. So there's people coming from the north.
These two are dead. There's two in the room to the north here.
They're popping out of these door right here.
There's another that popped out of this
you
door,
could.
and one that drifted off around this corner to the east.
This door is a door too, right here.
Yeah, and it's open.
I'm a good cheese. I'm gonna good cheese X.
Okay.
Nice.
My last good cheese.
So most healing potions and stuff I allow as a bonus action, but good berry and stuff, it doesn't make sense. You've got to put it in their mouth and at least mash their jaw on it. So it takes your action.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay.
All right, no good cheeses.
I guess it wasn't my time yet.
Not today, my friend.
Lokag is going to give you an apologetic glance as you come back to consciousness.
Helena still has her
Sorry
bonus
for
action.
the friendly fire.
I don't really see any bonus actions that are relevant at the moment. I think it was more important to... Well, no, I can't give a potion to anybody. But yeah,
Yes, you can. It's a bonus action.
you can.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody need one?
Lokag
I
does.
do. Or Lokag does.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, you can have one of my potions. I've got two, it looks like.
To
I
X
haven't taken it
Lokag?
yet.
Or which one?
Well, I heard Lokag.
Okay. Alright, so that'd be 2d4
Can
plus
she-
2. Go ahead.
Well,
X.
there's
DL, you started
can I
to ask
take
something?
that potion? Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Loco,
Go.
you asked something?
Yeah, no, since it took her action to do that, she can still have her bonus action, so it's all good.
Yeah, okay. Lokak, you were asking?
So I can apply that potion now as Helena's bonus action, or
Yeah.
just wait until my
Yeah.
Yeah. Either whoever
Okay.
wants to roll
Yeah.
it can roll that 2d4 plus 2.
cool beans.
Nice. Okay. 8. Not bad. All right. Helena dropping a couple of heals, some good cheese, and a potion of healing. What does Helena do next? You still have some movement left.
Well, I'm not gonna go stick my neck in there with no actions available.
Fair enough, yeah.
So, think I'll just sort of like safeguard here again in case any comes from any other direction.
Okay. All right. Next in the order is Millie. You see that the goblin that popped out to fire slipped back in, trying to hide behind some crates, but it didn't do a very good job. It's got some cover, but you can see it from where you're at. But you can also step out onto the carpet. You don't think it's safe. You think it's smothered the fire underneath just that eastern edge is flame. So you've got some options. What does Millie do?
I'm gonna use a channel divinity to summon a vow of sustenance. As a bonus action, you can place a ward around a creature that you can see within 60 feet of you. When you use this bonus action at the start of it, each of its turns for the next minute, creature gains temporary hit points equal to twice your charisma modifier. So X will gain 4 temp HP.
Awesome.
You can give that to Lokag if you want. X will just try to stay out of combat.
Not bad.
No, you're good. Then I'll hand off another healing potion to Lokag as my action.
That's just an object interaction, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why I'm just going to hand it to you for use in your later days.
Yeah, so
Not
Lokag,
yet.
you're not going to get that healed just yet, Lokag, but you do have the potion now.
Cool beans.
Checking one thing. Okay, and then I'm going to enter this room.
Okay. Let's see here. Double checking something. Let's see here. Double checking something real quick. Give me just a moment while I check something. What is your passive perception for, Millie?
A whopping 11.
All right. As you step in, you hear echoing from the far northern corner, just like a word in Goblin hanging on the air. There's an open door up there as well. You think there's another Goblin sentry. The note in its voice is sort of uncertain if it should come and help. But they seem to be having some, as short as their battle communications are, that notes of uncertainty in their voice, they seem to be discussing their plans. And you can hear the Goblin's voice up to the north, unsure of which way, what exactly to do. But you step in, you can see the one Goblin directly across from you trying to hunker down behind the crates. There's another one in the chamber somewhere, but you don't see it.
Hunker down next to these crates. Just taking cover, not really trying to hide or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get to them. All right, that's all I got.
Okay. So you just drop down, get cover.
Yep.
Okay.
Kneel.
All right. That sort of shrieking and shouting and animal noises of the goblins. It's broken up with sort of jeering cackles and sort of soft questioning notes. And Clifford, you can hear this, them taunting you into the dark. One here now. Oh, now follow us. Follow this way. die in the dark.
That's coming from the north.
It's coming from the
The
north.
sentries are?
It's coming from the east as well.
Mm.
The goblin pops out, but you all hear it sort of trying to slip up. Its rough attempt at stealth. So those in the corridor are ready. It fires at X for slipping back around. For a 13 to hit. No advantage on that.
Disadvantage. I'm laying on the floor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, that being its lowest roll, a 13 is going to miss X. All right. So before we step into the turn, what are everybody's thoughts? What's Clifford going to try to do?
He's gonna come in like a bat out of hell and blow away that goblin in the next room.
All right. How about Lokag?
Dope. Same.
Okay. How about X?
I'm going to charge in and... oh, never mind. Let's try to snipe what I can.
Okay. Helena?
See no reason not to follow suit.
All right. And how about Millie?
Probably, since the goblin may be gone, either go further east or up that other doorway.
All right. Well, then, top of the order is Clifford Bolt.
All right. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he can get a shot from here at the goblin, yeah?
Which one?
Comes in this one, the one in the room.
Yeah. It's pretty low. It's going to have a little bit of cover. But yeah, you can get a shot at it.
Would it matter? Would it matter if he's prone?
Oh, no. If you're moving into there, then you're good. It's not going to happen.
Okay, just
Yeah.
not here. Okay,
Right.
yeah, I'll go.
No.
there.
I was looking at a different token. As long as you move into the room, open shot. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're
Cool.
yeah.
He's going to do Zephyr Strike as well to give him advantage on this roll. So I'm going to Zephyr. And I hope it is a good roll. He has to drop his short sword in order to do this. So, sorry, I got to roll old school. Isn't it 2d20 KH1? I think that's right. Oh, but I didn't do the plus. So 13. Not great.
Okay, let's see here. 13 is
13 hit?
on the goblin. Yes. Does not have a shield
amazing.
up. He's been firing a short bow.
Oh, good. Okay. 1d10 plus 3. That's 11 damage.
And you can feel free to describe or pass.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's like flames are behind him through the doorway. There's actually at the tip of each of his mustaches, they're on fire. There's like candles burning at the tip of his mustache. That light the flint of his pistol as he shoots it, and then he like flips it around a few times and holsters it for his, and that's it for him.
Meanwhile, Millie's ears are ringing.
Yeah, he'll drop prone actually. Corrupted Bolt will drop prone.
Okay.
Finally. That's it.
Okay, awesome. Another shot at Lokag with a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
It'll be a con save versus poison.
All right. 17.
Success. 7 points of damage.
All right.
6 piercing, because if you're still raging, that would be 3. So a total of 5 damage.
Okay.
The goblin comes through the door, sort of pulls it behind him, and drops basically drops prone as well. And so Millie and Clifford are both hiding broken line of sight behind the crate. Next in the order is Lokag.
So, Located is going to move up to the doorway, engaging this goblin. Now, he's poisoned, so he has disadvantage on attack rolls. He's going to recklessly attack to make it a straight roll.
Okay.
Is the goblin actually prone? So
yes. So you leap over the fire. You take no. Let's see here.
Oh yeah. Do I need a dex?
Leap over the fire. You're just going to take potentially a.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you can. Let's see here. Yeah, so you're going to take 2. So 4 fire damage, 2 fire damage. Oh no, sorry.
So the
4
flames
because
are
you're
still.
not. Yeah, the flames are still up here at the very end of the section of the area.
So, and I couldn't try and jump over them.
You can, but they're still licking upward. They're still gonna. You're still partially moving through it.
You can go in through the door over here.
True.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my trajectory then.
Okay.
So I thought they were down enough to be able to leap over them without getting burned.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna move in and up to this goblin here.
Okay.
Okay.
Before you round the corner, as you're right up north of Clifford, you catch at the last second, just too late, as a bowstring snaps. There is one hiding, sort of leaning out. It's hiding the opposite side of the crate as Millie and Clifford. They're both hiding the same piece of cover. It's low and it's leaned out to the side. It fires its bow at you. It's going to be with advantage because it rolled its stealth check.
Okay.
So the 14 to hit. I don't think anyone else has used their inspiration, so that is going to miss.
All right, I'll still be right up there next to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I have disadvantage on attack rolls. I'm going to recklessly attack to make it a straight roll.
Okay.
Is that goblin actually prone, making it an advantage? Or? Okay.
Yeah.
But that's up to you. Actually, get it. I know you can't really stack advantage. So.
No, but if I'm okay with that. But it would work the other way as well with disadvantage, and it would, of course, work for your enemies. But if everyone's okay with that, sure.
Okay, I'm good with that. If everyone else is.
Yeah, I think the raw is that if you have disadvantage, then you can't undo it. You can even it, but you can't get advantage back.
Right.
Oh, okay. So should we just keep it?
You can make it normal.
Just a normal.
Yeah.
All right,
so in this case,
but you don't have to be reckless to do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I guess if they're prone, then yeah, I guess I don't need the reckless attack.
Right, because it's already even.
Right.
Does that track with you, Jim?
Okay. Yeah. You get advantage if you're making a melee attack against a prone target. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So straight roll because of the poison.
Mm-hmm.
For a nat 20.
Nice. Nat 20 for a 27. Let's see the damage.
And all right. So as he swings down, getting let's see, what was that? 14 damage to the prone goblin. He runs up. And what he does is he dips the arrow shot at him, and as he comes back up, he flips the glaive around and just straight up spears it through the back of the goblin's head as it's looking the other way, out of its mouth. And he turns and he just straight up growls at the goblin next to him in a mean, low, feral growl.
I love it. The goblin's eyes sort of widening a bit as it takes the measure of you, massive, towering barbarian.
And I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna do this after killing the goblin. I'm gonna bonus action drink that health potion that that Millie gave me right in the goblin's face. Just like as I let go with one hand, I pop a cork and just start pouring it, never breaking eye contact.
Nice. Next in the order is X.
All right, X is going to move into the room up by the table here. Does that give me a clear shot at this goblin?
Yes.
Okay, I'll have advantage on that because of my friend there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take a shot on him.
Nice.
9 to hit. Oof.
I got
All right.
it. Yeah.
And then I also will drink a health potion and be done.
Nice.
All right. Some of you all hear footfalls to the east. They fade off. Next in the order is Helena.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm gonna see how many feet I got here. 1, 2. I think I can get just in the door. Can I get in like right behind Clifford and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
shoot that
Definitely.
goblin? Yeah. All right, cool.
Well, the goblin's crouched back behind it.
You have one more square you can move. I
Yeah.
think you can see it.
What if I like this?
Yes, you'll be able to see it. It'll have a little bit of cover, but it does not have a shield because it's been firing a bow.
And you get advantage on that attack.
I do. Oh yeah, awesome.
And do you have that ability where you're ignore cover? Do you have that feat? Sniper or
No.
whatever? Okay.
Is that for strike rather?
No, it's something else.
Oh. Lost my light.
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter, that's it.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. 4th level. Worth it.
26.
26 is definitely a hit.
Booyah!
Well done.
Thank you. That would be, wow, 11. My
The
brain
thing
is very
succumbs
slow.
to your septic strikes and your radiant crossbow. Feel free to describe or pass as you take out the goblin.
She just comes in knowing her companions have already done the bulk of the work, and she's just coming in to seal the deal. So she just comes in laughing,
Mopping
taking
up.
down the last goblin. She just fires it off. She just knows it's gonna hit, and she just probably gets him through the ear and the head. But it starts at the ear and kind of goes in diagonally, like through the jaw. Little wild, like her laughter.
All right, next in the order, what does Millie do?
All right, as predicted, that goblin is dead. To the north or to the east?
North.
Or should we?
Yeah, the east ones are running.
I will head
Let 'em.
towards this corridor.
Okay, give me just a moment. as you round the corner, right as you're about in range, you see a goblin sort of, it quickly scampers around the corner, throws open a heavy outside door, and darts outside. It uses its action to disengage.
It disengages a reaction. All right.
It's, no. You would get an attack of opportunity on it as it slides past you, because it just runs. A 17 is a hit.
17 hit.
Mm-hmm.
10 slash.
Nice.
It gives a yipe and shouts. It stumbles, though, forward out the door and down the steps. You can just look around the corner. You can still see it.
I'll stare.
Is there anything else Billy can do about this goblin?
Not a whole lot.
The action. I mean,
All right. Just action dash.
Okay. Yeah, it's sort of looking over its shoulder. A high, sort of rotted, chewed on collar of its leather armor scraping against its chin as it turns to look over at you. Its face sort of grimed in dirt, its eyes massive, wide in its face, full of fear. You quickly dashing down the steps, you gain on the small goblin. It makes a
And you
turn.
shout at it in common to stop. That's it.
Still within the house, Clifford, you hear the heavy-booted feet of goblins dashing away. You hear one of them cross the hall, and then a second one. All, you think, going into the same door here. No attempt at stealth. Their booted feet sort of pummeling on the stone floor. One of them roughly knocks the door wide. They clamber down what sounds like a set of stairs.
right.
Top of the order is Clifford.
Is this a good place to break, or do you want me to keep going?
It is a good place to break. Let's see
Top of the
here.
round and all that.
Top of the round and all that. A goblin is slipping away. It's possible in the next 6 minutes that you all could keep at least one of the goblins from fleeing. Let's take a vote. Pause here,
I'm happy to go.
or take another. Try and quickly get through a couple of turns. Big Bri, pause or a 5-minute flurry.
I'm good at pausing and coming up with ideas over the next week.
Okay.
Oh, one heads up. I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be here next week. Just a heads up. So maybe I should take my action because I won't be here.
I'd be fine with that. Go ahead and take your action.
Yeah, and then pause. All right. Well, then he's going to go after these guys. So
Okay.
that's one when he gets here.
All right. The door is open. You can see through arrow slits. The goblins making
Isn't that
their
the
way.
doorway they ran through?
It is. You can see through arrow slits that the goblins have made it down to the landing and are
Ah.
approaching a door. It's like the stable door, the smithy
All right.
door.
Can I get a clean shot at one of them?
Yeah, you can. You have to move in up to one of the arrow slits. Otherwise, they're going to have really good cover.
Yeah, he has extra 30 feet until the end of this turn, so
So
he'll go to the
then,
slits.
yeah, you could take a shot on one of them.
And go for a shot, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do the slits give me any advantage?
No, they just give you a lot more cover.
All right, cool. Then I'll fire away. I hope I get lucky.
All right.
Do it the old school way. D20. 20.
That is
the
a
roll.
hit.
Awesome. All right. D10 plus 3. 6 damage.
All right. So which one are you hitting? Left or right?
If I can tell one of them's wounded, I don't know if I can tell if one's wounded.
They don't
if
look
I
wounded.
can't tell, then I'll say.
But it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I'll say the one on the
tattered
left.
apart. Okay.
Yeah. The north, the one closest to the exit.
A goblin grunts as the arrow lances through his calf. It clatters to the paving stones a few feet ahead as it passes cleanly through the muscle.
Nice.
Goblin has a slight limp.
Then that's all I got. Good for me.
All right. So, Cliff, you dart out of the room, move up to one of the arrow slits, and take a shot. Does Clifford say anything? All right. So, as Millie goes one direction, Clifford goes another, and your quarry break into two different directions. If there's other goblins about, they've very carefully fled, or perhaps are lying in wait for you all. But if they get away, if you manage to stop them, all of these things and more we'll find out next session on Goblin Stone, session 18 of Goblin Stone. In fact, Clifford, unfortunately, you're not going to be here, but that's all right.
Yeah,
You'll be missed. Oh, I don't feel bad. No, it's just you'll be missed.
I thought today was 15, boss. Not to be
Is it?
nitpicky.
Perhaps it is.
Well, if you
Title
count the
says
first
session 15.
3.
Oh, goodness.
I
Yeah, that was my mistake. I did not change that.
Because you're not supposed to count the prequels.
No, I'm not. No. I just didn't update the stream title, so I'll have to do that after the session. But yeah, it's 17 today and 18 next session. So yes, Loker, that is what it says. But yeah, my mistake there. I didn't update it. All right, note to self. Work on that. So, yeah, next session we'll find out if which of these goblins escape, if any of them. We'll have a little bit of a break after that combat to reassess and pick finish your mission. Sort of scouting out, maybe checking out the South Wall precinct, and making your way toward the stone to see what you can find. But it's likely you all would need to treat some wounds, do some simple, field medicine, and perhaps eat some more cheeses or drink a few more potions.
We have more potions. Like, going to soon be the problem.
That will soon be a problem. We're getting up there on the healing potion challenge.
I think we got one today. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent. And yeah, so we will. Yeah, Clifford, you actually.
We're not there yet.
No, I don't think we're there yet. Awesome. So it's time.
Loot the hobgoblin. Loot the bosses too. The hobgoblin maybe has some good shit.
Yeah, check over some of their stuff. Assess other things in the house. See what else they may have found or looted. Yeah. And then after, of course, the hobgoblins, you've got your other sort of missions nearby, checking out the South Wall precinct and this and that, or you all might decide to meet back up with the guards and get them back toward the square, or any other number of things that seem important or useful to do for you all. But yeah. So as time slows to an imperceptible crawl for our characters, the flames, what flames there are on the patch of burning oil still in the hallway, sort of freeze in the air. Each person frozen in the act of sort of turning, making eye contact, paused in mid-word as as we kind of can pull back as we would on the map, sort of zooming out, see the layout of the combat that we're in, but also imagine it in our mind's eye, pulling back up sort of through the roof and seeing the war-torn city. And as we sort of scale back, seeing that the city climbs the hill, the crown-like ring of the inner walls, and instead of the massive palaces and the hall, the court of arms, and there's instead, the massive carved and rotted-looking goblin stone. And of course, surrounding the city, there are other places. There's the Green Quarter, a place that's known for its herbs and crops and different sort of herbal concoctions. It's known for its brewing and all sorts of this. Is also kept by, it's said, there's some of the elders in the region are a group of younger druids. At least, young in terms of how long a druid can live being sustained by their sylvan magics. But also down by the docks, a massive area where many people live and many tough, sort of hardened folk work. There are other areas in the city where there's the folk are beleaguered, but surviving and making good of the situation as best they can. Perhaps, better than you all are in the square, perhaps worse. But something that we might discover in future sessions. But for now, everyone, thanks for an awesome session. This is a pretty intense little combat. Some clearing a house full of goblins is been a bit dicey, but still smashing through. Nearly done. Now let's see here. Oh. Finding who we are going to raid out to this evening. How about Insomnia Night? Oh wait, no. Let's do New Age Geeks again. They're great. All right. Well, Mythlanders, y'all have an excellent week. Thanks for joining us for the session tonight. If you have any questions about any of the things that we're into, you can message us. You can find us on Discord. I will put a few of those things here in chat. But y'all take good care of yourselves this week. It's wild out there. Check in with us when you get a moment. And if anybody wants to clip any content, that would be excellent. And I will be thinking of ways to incentivize that for the future.
Awesome.
Thanks, gang. Have a great week.
Thanks.
I'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Hello.